Everything good to go?
Yeah, we're ready to head to John's building supply.
Great.
What's it like out here, driving on your own for days or even weeks at a time? Don't you ever get lonely, depressed, or bored?
Are you considering long-distance routes?
Not necessarily. I'm just curious about what it's like for you. As for the routes, we'll see. Time will tell.
I have no idea if my experience will be relevant for you, but I've spent many years on the road. In fact, I can't even remember what it's like not to be a trucker anymore. So my perspective is probably skewed. If nothing else, after all these years on the road, I've seen all sorts of shit.
And at the beginning, when you first started?
Well, I can't remember that far back. You should probably ask a younger trucker. Of course, it depends on the type of person you are. If you enjoy being on your own and can take care of yourself, it might be a breeze. But life in the cab of an 18-wheeler can be quite tough, and loneliness will likely be the least of your concerns.
Yeah.
Besides, we have phones nowadays. Some truckers listen to music a lot. Others bring books along to read while on break or in bed.
Thanks, Clint. I appreciate your honesty.
Anytime, my boy.
Not to be nosy, but what do you need all that wood for?
My brother's making some renovations on the farm, so most of it will be used for repairs.
Hey, if you need any help, just let me know.
Thanks, but my brother has it all under control. As I said, he takes care of everything on the farm. Do you have any memories of your father?
Only vague ones.
If you don't want to talk about it, just say so.
No, it's fine. Apart from my mother, you might be the only person I'd want to talk to about him. Tell me a cool memory of him. Something my mom doesn't even know. Come on, Clint. All of my memories are hazy and mostly based on my mom's stories. I do remember that whenever he came home from a trip, I'd usually be in bed. He would walk in smiling and tickle my feet. I remember looking forward to it.
You meant everything to him, Nathan. Your dad was the proudest father in the world. He was always planning things for the two of you, playing basketball, rides in the trunk, jogging in the morning. In such moments, his face would light up. I envied him a bit for it. I dreamt of having a son of my own when I was younger.
Tell me a cool story of the two of you together.
You probably know about his small role in Road Dimension.
Of course, but I never watched the whole movie.
It's not bad. You should give it a go when you have time. Do you know how he got cast in the movie?
Randomly, the director happened to run into him and thought he'd make a good character.
Yeah, he liked the way you were smoking a cig.
Huh?
Your father was unmatched when it came to unique mannerisms. Oftentimes, he would simply light a cigarette in a bar and the eyes of all the women there would be drawn to him.
Wow, really?
It was the same thing that happened with the director. We were at a bistro. I think we were in Boston at the time.
And?
Your father was smoking and he went, "Look at that guy over there staring at me." And then that guy gets up and heads to our way. He introduced himself and straight away said that he'd love to give your father a minor role in his next movie. Your dad froze for a moment. It's not every day that a popular film director comes up to you and offers you a role.
And then what happened?
Your father asked him what made him think he'd be right for the part, and Ted Scott, I believe his name was, said he was perfect for the opening scene, a wedding. He just liked how your dad was smoking and sipping from his glass. Of course, he must have liked his looks too. I think he got like $150 for that part.
I didn't know the details. That short scene is the only video I have of him. He almost landed a career in the movies, huh?
I don't know about that. He never got a single line of dialogue.
Yeah, I was just kidding around. Cool story. Thanks.
You got it. I could tell you more stories if you want.
Sure, later on. I never started smoking myself.
Good for you. Come on, let's go home. If my nephews are there, I'll introduce you to them. They're around your age. After you got married, did you manage to maintain your friendships?
Not really. I've lost touch with most of my close friends. Not that there were many of them, but me and Rambir have stayed close.
Who?
Rambir is Indian. His name means honest, or maybe brave warrior, something like that.
Ah, cool. I drove a typical Indian truck years ago here in our region. I wonder if it still runs. Was he born here?
No, he's an immigrant. He came here with his parents when he was little.
Is his family from the upper castes?
Not really.
Sorry for being so nosy.
No, it's fine. Rambir's a cool guy.
What does he do?
Right now, the same as me, trying to figure out his next step in life.
You youngsters think way too much. Always calculating, never acting.
I mean, that's quite the generalization, isn't it?
It probably is. Just my personal observation. I didn't mean to offend you. Sorry.
No worries. You seem to be young at heart. I don't feel the usual generation gap. Plus, I should be thanking you for everything you've done for me and for what you did for my mom after my dad passed.
Easy now. You're gonna make me cry, son.
Oh, here's one for you.
Just drive. Play cards?
Not a big fan, really. I play video games. Linda gives me a hard time for playing too much. She says all I ever do is walk some horses on the screen.
If that's what you're into. My nephews play too. The machine is called Guesser or something.
Cool.
I used to go to arcades back in my day. I played Street Combat 2 a lot. Does that game still exist?
It sure does. The fifth one's out now.
I never really got into it like you kids. Sports were always my biggest passion.
Nothing wrong with that.
here. Welcome home.
Clint and I spent 9 weeks together. He's a great guy. Not only did he help me find my footing in the new job, but he also gave me a fresh perspective of my self-worth. He taught me how to have more confidence, which for one reason or another I'd always struggled to maintain. Clint provided me with the best training possible, showing me a number of useful tricks, and all the ins and outs of an 18-wheeler. We also talked about my father quite a bit. In Clint's words, he was a quiet guy, but opened up amongst friends. They were really close. Clint said my father talked about me all the time and took good care of my mom, trying to make sure we had everything we needed. He was working hard at keeping our family together until the tornado tore us apart. I got a job at Furious Delivery Company. Clint recommended me, and I hope we'll stay in touch with him. Now it's high time for me to make something of myself.